Many of the samples feature interactive controls, like sliders and buttons. 2D components like that are called HUDs and exist outside of the context of models and scenes. It is possible to program entire games using only the HUD system, but realistically, you will more likely use it to display health bars, ammo types, login screens, and main menus. The first HUD you come across is the common_pretty tutorial HUD, which is present in virtually every sample scene. It holds the ShiVa logo and an FPS counter. You can have a look at it in the HUD editor. Both components started out as labels, however the logo label got all its text removed and received a background texture, while the FPS label still holds text and has a solid color background. The HUD is loaded automatically through the common_settings AI, but only in case it is actually referenced in the Resources tab. The function new template instance loads the actual HUD. It takes 3 arguments. The first one is a handle to the user you want to show the HUD to. Usually this will be the current user, however in a multiplayer scenario this might very well change. The second parameter is the name of the HUD in the Reference tab. Argument 3 is the instance name of the HUD you just created, a shortened alias if you will, which uniquely identifies the HUD. This parameter makes it possible to create multiple HUDs from the same template and still let them do different things. The FPS counter is updated through the onEnterFrame loop, where we can see how HUDs and their components are usually addressed, by their name tags. These tags are generated from the instance name, the shortened alias we used as the third parameter, then a dot, and finally the component name you defined in the HUD editor. Interactive HUDs not only have components like sliders and buttons, but also make use of actions and events. Different component types have different types of events. A button must be able to detect a click, for instance. A label, on the other hand, does not. When an event is triggered, it executes an action. The easiest way to create actions is right here in the HUD editor. Right-click on the action label in the HUD outliner and select New Action. Actions are made up of individual commands. There are many to choose from, but the one we are using most often in the samples is sendEvent_to_user. Like scripting functions, these HUD actions take a number of arguments. In this case, we are sending an event notification to an event handler in a script in the current user AI model stack. This script then handles actual game code. No matter if it's buttons or sliders, the underlying mechanism is the same. Capture HUD component event, trigger HUD action, send a notification to a user script, then handle the actual game event there. Only few samples differ from that scheme, like this one where we used HUD actions to do a simple scrolling text animation. HUD actions can also be created dynamically using LugoScript. This is especially helpful if you have dynamically created HUD objects or a large number of objects which all share a common behavior, like this array of buttons.